The car analogy, wants versus needs in a relationship. Let's talk about it. So I was browsing Reddit, as I often do, to help people understand a different perspective on where they find themselves in their relationships. And one of the analogies that I've been using more and more is referring to your sexuality like a vehicle. A vehicle is something that you don't necessarily need, but you want it really, really bad because it would make your life that much easier to get around and be productive. But the thing is that it is a want. It's not technically a need. You can get around without a car. You can still exist in society without a vehicle. Your life is just going to be more difficult. Say you're in a dead bedroom relationship or a relationship where the sex that you want to have isn't the sex that you're having. This is really common, and it's hard to remove the emotion from what you're talking about and what you want from that situation and talk about it in terms of, like, is my desire for more reasonable? Okay? So, say your sexuality is a car, and you and your partner talk about how you really, really want a car. You talk about all the reasons why having a car is going to make your life so much simpler. And they agree in principle. Like, they agree changes need to happen, yada, yada, yada. So you get the car. And the car's in the garage. It's waiting to be pulled out. That's your sexuality, like waiting to launch off, right? But then when it comes to actually doing whatever it is that you guys previously talked about, now your partner's like, well, actually, now that I've had more time to think about it, I think that a bicycle would be just as good, right? I mean, that's still a type of vehicle. Like, compromise is good. People compromise in relationships all the time. But that being said, a bicycle is not what you asked for. And you're not going to enjoy the bicycle. You want a car. So in your relationship, are you asking for a car? And your partner is telling you, yes, asking for a car and getting a car and using a car is reasonable. And then when it actually comes time to, like, use the car, they're like, that makes me uncomfortable. It's deeply concerning that you would want this, actually. And I've been talking to my therapist about it more and more, and they're like, I don't think you should do that. So anyway, the point is, use this not just for sexuality in your life. If there's something in your relationship or in your relationships, period, that is upsetting to you and you ask for it repeatedly and you've been told it's reasonable and for whatever reason you're not getting it, think of it like this analogy, the car analogy, right? Like, just because you don't technically need something to survive doesn't mean that you aren't entitled to have it so that you can thrive. And, like, that's what happy relationships are. They're thriving. They're thriving together, mutually. So, well, happy relationships anyway. Everyone deserves a happy relationship, so go find yours. And, like, I hope that you have a moment to be introspective about your situation, because compromises suck. And, like, yes, some compromises are necessary in relationships to make them work. But, like, when it comes to the sex that you want, shouldn't you be with somebody who wants the same kind of sex that you want? That's all I'm saying. Be safe out there. Love you guys. Bye. So, P.S. I am also adding in my Reddit user information so that you can come take a look at the comments that I make on my profile, because I've been giving advice to people for so long, and who knows, you might actually find something in there that helps make sense of the situation that you find yourself in. So, also, this is the context that I used for that car analogy. Talk to you soon. Bye.